Ball is so good.
Welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids. Today we got Barker reviewing the brand new Radioactive Vibe. So what really sets this brand new Vibe apart is the addition of the HK22 cover stock. I feel like I've been saying that on a lot of balls recently. They really like it. So with this new cover stock, we should see a little bit more hook from something like an Ocean Vibe. So this being a Vibe with a solid cover stock, today we got Barks throwing it against some of his favorite sim solids. On this end, we got the Track Stealth. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that this is one of his favorites. Very smooth, very controllable, and a ball that really suits his eye. On this end, we got the purple Hammer Reactive. You know Barks loves this purple hammer. This is just slightly one step up with that solid cover stock. Very smooth, very controllable again. This with the HK22 might be a touch sharper than these two. Really excited to see how they compare. We're bowling on carbon, that's our house shot, so hopefully Barks is able to strike. We're expecting with the addition of the HK22 cover stock for this ball to definitely be stronger than these two, and even just by looking at them, this one comes with a factory compound finish compared to these two, which are definitely duller, meaning that they'll roll earlier. That's enough for me. Should be a relatively straightforward sim solid battle. Let's send it out to Barks on the lane.
All right, Barks back once again with the new Radioactive Vibe. First impressions, it's really bright, and everyone is gonna know what you're throwing when you're out in the lanes. Throwing a couple shots here in practice. We're on the house shot. Symmetric solid with a litlittle bit of shine to it with HK22, so should be pretty sideways. Let's see how we do. It's close. Maybe a little too sharp. That's not how we like to see the video start, but hey, you know, we can only go up from here. We're not shooting spares in this video. If it's on strings, I would shoot it. All right, let's see if we can get the 7 or the 10 or both out on this shot. Oh, get up the hill. Oh boy. I don't know what the move is off of that one. I'm gonna move a couple left. I'm trying to make the ball bend a bit too much. It's not my game. So a couple left to my feet, straighten out a little bit. That's pretty close. Ooh, that thing like trucked over the 9-pin. That never stopped hooking. That was pretty good. I want to make a little ball change here. I got a couple symmetric solids that I like throwing on house conditions or just about anything really. These are my two favorite symmetric solids. First up, the purple Reactive. Now this is not a ball I would typically throw in a house condition. I like it when it's a little bit flatter and there's more oil in the front part of the lane, because this ball doesn't really go sideways that much. Ugh. Even there, it gets to the friction, it just wants to roll forward instead of coming off of it hard. Let's throw one more, because I'm right on top of the friction and it's not peeling off it at all. Which, to be honest, I kind of expect that out of this ball. It's a reactive version of a purple urethane. I might move a little further left and slow it down and get around it, but gotta trick my hand a little bit, I think. Come on. It's trying its best, it doesn't want to make it around the corner. So if it's a flatter condition, that ball's always in play. It's a little bit more wide open. You want a ball that responds to the friction a bit more. That's not the ball. Well, let's make a ball change to the Stealth. Now this ball does respond a little bit quicker to the friction. Still on the stronger side, but a lot more engine. This should make the corner a little bit easier. I'm gonna have to move a few boards to the right because I know it's gonna hook a lot more than that purple Reactive. And you can see those two balls kind of hook in the same spot down the lane, but the shape off of that spot is totally different. Even that shot there went a little bit high. I need to move my feet further right. Oh, yeah. A little short of the pocket, but it still kicked the 7 out. Like, that's the right ball and the right shape on this pattern right now. Now, this ball came out at Bowl Expo last year in 2022, and it's still in my bag, so you know it's a good one. The amount of balls that I've gone through, and this one's still in the lineup, it's gotta be pretty good. God, that ball is so good. Enough of that one. You know that one strikes. We don't need to throw it anymore. All right, question time with Barks. Now, as you can see with this Radioactive Vibe, it's bright, it's unique. That color stands out. Now, not everyone loves the super bright colors. Is there a color of a bowling ball that you will not buy? Let me know down in the comments. Now, that Stealth comes sanded, where this one comes with compound on top of it. So I typically like my solids with a little bit of surface on them. I don't normally have them shiny like this one. I'm gonna throw one more and see if I can find something, but if I can't, if it's not a great shot, I think I'm gonna play with the surface just a little bit. Holy moly. That looked good for about, I don't know, 50 feet, and then it just went dead sideways. I'm gonna try knocking the polish off of this, see if that can smooth out the reaction, because that's really sharp. So let's hit it with a 2000 pad, because we gotta cut through that polish and really get to the cover stock of the ball. But this is just too sensitive to the friction. And make sure when you're doing this, circles, and you gotta do the whole ball. By rule, you have to do the whole ball. Make sure you get all the dust off of it. Otherwise the ball is gonna hook at your ankles, and you don't want that. All right, let's see if this smooths out the reaction. It's probably gonna hook a bit earlier, but. Oh, get around the corner. Oh, okay. Well, that was a unique ball reaction and a unique leave almost. See, that to me looked like it hooked like 5 feet earlier and just sort of stood up and stopped. So maybe the ideal surface is somewhere in between what we have and what we had previously. Okay, a little bit more in the oil in that one. That one rounded it out a bit better. I think there's something here. There's something here. Let that be a lesson to everybody out there. Just because a ball comes at a certain box finish, if it's not matching up to what you want to see the ball do, don't be afraid to alter surface a little bit. And it depends on your style of game too. Like for me, I'm a little bit more speed dominant, so I need more surface to get the ball started sooner. This is a little bit better in my opinion, at least for my game. Oh. See, before we would kind of leave that 6-8, and that one's kicking them both out because the ball shape's a little bit more round and not driving directly through the 9-pin. But I am still going a bit high, so I got to move my feet right, open up my angles a little bit. They're hooking today. Oh, get there. All right, let's send it back to the shop. All right, I'm back from the lanes. A bit of an adventure out there trying to figure out where this vibe fit in my bag and what surface looked best on the house condition. So initial thoughts with the polished surface on it, with that HK22 cover stock, which we've seen in some other balls, it can be a little bit sensitive when it does encounter friction and not necessarily enough traction in the oil. I did like it better with this 2000 finish. A little bit more traction in the oil and not so quick and not so sideways when it encountered friction. With that polished finish, when I got the ball out to the dry part of the lane, it definitely wanted to pick up and go sideways and really quickly. With that polished finish, when the ball encountered friction, it really wanted to change direction quickly, which is not something that I love to see. I like to see the ball pick up sooner and round out that part of the lane a little bit more. Comparing the out-of-box surface to something like a track Stealth here, balls with a little bit stronger core and cover stock combination typically look better in my hands. Gets the ball to pick up sooner and create a more defined shape without being too sharp. Comparing that to a purple reactive here, as you saw in the house shot, not a great look. The ball wants to read really early and it doesn't go very sideways off the end of the pattern. This is definitely a ball that's better utilized on flatter conditions with more oil in the front part of the lane. Basically just a step above what urethane does, but as far as on a house shot like this, with more miss room, more room for error, this doesn't take advantage of it as well as these two balls right here. So as far as who do I recommend a ball like this for, if we're looking at the out-of-box finish with the polish on top, definitely better for more broken down conditions with higher friction. For me personally, I have other balls that sort of fill that spot in the bag that I like a little bit better than this one. With the 2000 grit finish, when we did sand off some of that polish, that did round it out a little bit better. I'd probably keep it at this surface if I wanted to utilize it in league or tournament play. But again, it really depends on your style of play and what type of ball motion you're looking for. For me, I like balls that pick up a little bit sooner, that are a little bit less sideways off the end of the pattern, that round it out a little bit more. And at this surface, I think it's gonna do the trick. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to check out shop.boofabowling.com and use our promo code JungoBarks to save 10% off your order. And if you're looking for new merch and want to help support our channel, go to jrproshop.threadless.com. It's a brand new store. We got all different styles of shirts, different colors. Anything you think of, it's there. We even have phone cases. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time. Ugh. Come on. Ugh. Oh, it's sticky. It's close. Oh, get up the hill. That's pretty close. Ooh. Holy moly. Get around the corner. Oh, get there.